Hey guys, it's Nate from Man Cave Arcade. I'm going to show you guys a quick tutorial of how our virtual pinball machine works. We've had some questions on how everything kind of with the buttons and the programming, so we're just kind of fly by it really quickly and hopefully it makes sense afterwards. Alright guys, so we're going to pretend everything's all installed and it's good to go. Your TVs are on. If we're going to come to the bottom here to turn it on, you'll see here there's a little door here. The USB, that is for your wireless keyboard. It's only required if you need for troubleshooting, anything of that purposes. Otherwise, we're just going to power on. There you go. That's simple. So when it boots, it'll boot right into the PinballX interface. Right away, you'll see the PinballX. It's booting right off the SSD, so that's going to be super fast boot times. We're going to start off, this is Pinball FX, we're going to get back to that in a second. The most important part, we got to make sure we're in pinball mode. This is a lot of questions that I keep getting. So the way this works, we're going to see what the pinball mode is. So right from here, if you guys can see, there's a little dial tone. To the very right, it is mode 1. Mode 1 comes stock with pre-configured buttons by Xarcade, so you cannot modify them. So mode 1 is irrelevant. Mode 2 is pinball mode. And then one more to the left, that's all, one more to the left, sorry, is mode 3, and that is arcade mode, which I'll show you how that works when we're playing upright arcades and we're playing landscape mode arcades like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, things of that nature. Alright, so once again, if you're kind of confused where you are, go all the way to the right until you're at the end. That's mode 1. The red light will flicker on and off, so we'll just kind of go here right now. So we're in mode 1, so we're going to go one more to the left, mode 2, the red light flickered on and off. That's how you know you're in mode 2, which is pinball mode. Okay, so now in pinball mode, this button right here is enter. And then if you scroll to the screen here, you can go to play game. We're not going to go to the Pinball FX just yet. We're going to go to all tables. From all tables, we're going to press enter again. And we're going to go to pinball tables. Pinball tables is your 2D classic pinball machines who've been made by other users, other gaming guys, computer guys. It's all free online. That's why we don't charge for games. This computer in particular, before we start, was given to us. Already pre-programmed. The customer wanted us to kind of put it into a shell, get everything nice and programmed, and that's what we did. These games are all free to download. There's links, everything online. You can just search them. It's all free to download. All right, so we're gonna go to Pinball Games. We'll go to, let's see. So I'll show you how Pinball Games work. There's about 100 something games in here he has loaded, but you can play over 1,000 if you want, or whatever you want to do. Medieval Madness, very popular game. We're going to go enter, and you'll see it says play game. We're going to go enter again to play the game. So you'll see the playing field will load on the 43-inch screen, and the DMD will load at the top. There you go. So now it's saying credits. We already have credits in here, but if you scroll down to the control panel, your credits, you're putting in credits here. Start. What's really cool before we start playing, you can scroll up the keyboard's line. It has, the reason why we have a keyboard, it's a PS2 older keyboard. This PS2 keyboard is plugged into the joystick, not to the computer. The reason for that is mode 4, which is a blank mode, you can program it whichever way you want, or you can reprogram my modes if you don't like my button configuration. So, and also it works on the computer as well for troubleshooting. If something does freeze, let's face it, it's a computer. There could be issues where it freezes. You can always hit Control-Alt-Delete from here as well, or from the wireless keyboard that I give to you as well. So you have more than several options to troubleshoot if you need. Also, the control switch, the volume switch is really cool. I use a Velcro. It's really simple. You can supply that as well. And then you can go higher, lower, and there we go. I won't put it too high because we'll be talking throughout. So here, we'll just do a quick gameplay now. So the plunger effect, I've done it with the joystick. You hold down. Certain games you can plunger right away. Certain games you can hold the plunger down. And then, actually before, just so you know what buttons I'm pressing, if you come down here, the bottom right, the button closest to you is the flipper. The top one closest to the TV, the playing field, is acted as a right click on a mouse. Same thing goes on the other side as well, just so we're on the same page. So we'll go back to the playing field again. So we're going to hold down as the plunger. There we go. So this is to kind of show you, it's really quick. The response time is excellent here. I find Pinball FX is there's a slight lag, but that's just the way Pinball FX works. And if you look at the DMD, it's really interactive with all the lights and everything flashing. We'll just keep it there for a second. You'll see there may be some lights flashing here and there. Certain games have this kind of function where, you know, it really keeps you in the game that way. But anyways, we'll get out of this. I'll show you one more quick one. So we'll get out of this. So the way you get out, this is escape, which is ultimately looks like player 2, which it is, but this is escape. This is the way I programmed it, so you don't accidentally hit escape on the sides. We'll do one more quick one. I think it was here somewhere. This one's pretty cool. There's one I want to try really quick here. This one, there it is. No, that's not the one. The reason I'm doing this one is because the back screen is different. I think I passed it though. I may have passed. Oh, it was actually the next one. But anyways, where did that one go? Scared stiff. Okay. Sorry guys, had to cycle the whole thing to find this one. So if you look at the back screen, it will change. So this one, I think it's called, it's almost like it's embedded within the game. So you see how it's interactive, the spider spins, really cool concept. Same stuff, put coins in, press start. You hold down, plunger. This one actually has the plunger effect where you hold down, and then if you want to release, there we go.
I don't want to know what's in there.
So yeah, so sometimes you see the spider move. Oh, this one plays really fast though. But anyways, so just to give you a quick heads up, these are the Pinball 2D games. So now we're going to exit out of this. So now we're going to do upright arcade games, okay? So we're going to go hit enter. This is your enter button. I send you guys instructions and a PDF of what the button layout is. Before I start the arcade mode, normally these are labeled. However, the customer just wanted it clean, not labeled, but normally this would say pause, this would say exit, coin, and it's just kind of labeled all for you. But anyways, let's go to all tables, and then we're going to go to main tables. Main, that's basically the arcade stuff. Arcade. We'll try 19XX, which is similar to 1942, just a newer version. So now, we're in pinball mode, so we got to go to arcade mode. So if you come around the side here, we're in mode 2. We got to go 1 to the left to mode 3. The red light will go on and off. There you go. So now you're in mode 3. Now the left flipper, which used to be the flipper in pinball, is now enter. So when you get this option here, you press the enter button and it loads. And I'll just show you quick gameplay of how everything works. 1 player, 2 player, you can play 2 players, no problem as well. So coins again. Put the volume up a little bit. And there you are. So now you're playing arcade games. We've actually entered, you can actually pause the game as well by pressing player 1. That pauses the game. You can unpause it. There we go. As I said, 2 player, 1 player, whatever you guys want to do, it all works. So yeah, so there's that. Now we're going to go into, we're going to exit. So the right flipper, which was on the pinball machine, has been programmed to escape so you don't accidentally hit it while in gameplay. So we're going to press this, which is this button right here, escape. Now we're going to go back to pinball mode, which is one mode to the right, mode 2, just so we can navigate. This was enter. All tables. Pinball FX. Here we go. This is where all the fun is. So we'll do the Walking Dead. So this is where all the 3D games are. This is where it's all at. This is the newer generations of pinball games. So here we go. So this is where 3D, it may be hard to see it from here, but in person it's all 3D. You hold down just like regular pinball, and you'll see the axe kind of releases, you let go. There we go. These play really smooth. As I mentioned before, I think it's the way Zen has made it, or Pinball FX, with a slight lag, but nothing, once you play it a couple of times, you get used to it right away. It's different from the 2D pinball.
Nice shot.
So yeah. Okay, so now we're just going to exit out of this again, which is the player 2, which is exit. I'll show you one more, Pinball FX. Let's go to one of these ones here for the exit. This one's cool. Okay, I guess we'll do Iron Man. Enter. So here we go.
Welcome, Mr. Stark.
And this, once again, it's all 3D. Graphics are just ridiculously enhanced. Everything plays so smooth, it really feels like a pinball machine. And as I said before, I keep saying all the graphics are all 3D. It looks like it's coming right outside the TV at you, so it's crazy. If you have the opportunity to come by, take a look, let us know, send us an email, and we can set up a time. But yeah, so this is what it is. Every game plays a little different than the other, so it's pretty cool. It's not all the same. I'll show you a quick fun one before we get out of here. I think it was called Bob's Burgers. A lot of people like that as well. It's all alphabetical. We'll just focus on the playing field here, and you'll see how certain games are just kind of a different feeling altogether. So there's the mustard. There we go. So see, this one's a lot more fun, for the kids or even for adults, whatever you guys want to do. I just really like the way the Pinball FX has just made it really interactive to the user itself. But yeah. So we're gonna exit out of this. Now the most important one that we're going to do, so we've done 2D pinball, the classic pinball you could say. We've done the upright arcade games, 1942, we can go Donkey Kong, I think there's some golf games, a whole bunch of upright games that you can think of. We've done Pinball FX, which is the new generation 3D pinball. And now the one that we can do here on the 32-inch side is actually the arcade stuff. So we'll show you guys right now. We're going to hit exit. Player 2, which is exit button in arcade mode. We're going to go to exit. So now this exits to the desktop. What we're going to do from here, I'm going to switch over really quickly here to the desktop mode. So the way that works, actually, well, if you can come across here and see what I'm doing here. Give me a moment here. So what I do is, in pinball mode, you hold the first button down, which is I think the start menu, and then you press this button. When that shows up, it shows a little menu screen that says computer only, duplicate, extend, and projector. Computer only, you never need to use. Duplicate, you never need to use. Extend is what we're using currently now. That basically just extends what we have. And then what we want to do, stay right there. What we want to do is go into projector only. And by doing that, sorry, 1 second here. We'll go back to that again. So we just go one to the right, projector only. You're gonna press enter, which is enter. And now that disables the playing field. And your main playing field now is 32-inch now. So now you can play all your arcade games like our standard 2-player machines you would. So the way this works, you're gonna go back into arcade mode, which is mode 3, one to the left. Make sure I forgot where I was, so mode 2, mode 3. And you're gonna load up Hyperspin, which is the interface. Double click, which is your top button above the flipper. And now you can play arcade mode. So you hit start. We'll go to a quick game. We'll go to Street Fighter. Really quickly, Street Fighter.
Loading complete.
You can face down to the control panel. So once it loads, you can just put in coins in. I'll show you how it loads. So same aspect here. Here's your coins, and then if you look at the screen, there's your coins there. Player 2 coins. Start. So loud. So there we go. Now you went from playing pinball games now to playing arcade mode. So you get the best of both worlds. So there we go. So now you can just literally play all the classic arcade games you want. You can there we go. Anyways, so now when you want to exit, you press the bottom right, which is in arcade mode. In pinball mode, this was the right flipper, but in arcade mode, it's exit. Once again, so you don't hit it while you're playing on the actual playing field. And from here, you can just play whatever game you want. As I said, you can press escape as well. However you want to program it, whatever games you want to put in. This one has Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Neo Geo. I mean, these are all the games you can play easily. Even Nintendo 64, Sega, you name it, you can do it. So whenever you want to exit, you hit quit again. And then the start button is your yes. It brings you back to the desktop. What I would do before you shut down though, I would go back into pinball mode. The reason for that is if you shut down the way this is now, once you load pinball mode, your main screen will still be disabled and your Pinball FX will load horizontally on 32-inch screen. So it'll look all out of whack. So the best thing to do anytime you shut down is you're gonna go back into extend mode. So we're gonna go back to pinball mode for this. The button I told you, you're gonna hold down the first button, press this. You get to see it here properly. It's in projector only, which is shutting off the main screen. I'm gonna go to extend. Here you go. And then from here you can grab either, you can go Control Alt Delete and shut down, or you could use your wireless mouse, which I like to do because it's on an angle. And from here, I'll grab the wrong keyboard. And there we go. So from here, you just use your mouse, go to start, shut down. If you do reset, it will load right back into Pinball FX. Or you just go start, shut down, and there you are. You are good to go. There you guys have it. So hopefully that clears up a lot of questions people had, people who are interested in buying, people who already bought it. Any questions, feel free, let me know. As you see, we went through everything fairly easily without any hiccups. What I am going to do, I'm going to post a couple of videos with some troubleshooting issues that you may have, which is covered in the instructions. I already have it all already programmed for you. If you do run into a slight error, it's just a quick file. You can just kind of recopy it and extract it into the right folder, which is already in the folder. But I'll do that on another video. Just, I think there's like 2 or 3 little small hiccups that you could be facing when playing this. They'll take you less than a minute to kind of fix. So as you see, it's all plug and play. We went through all the different game modes, 3 different game modes: old school pinball, new school pinball, upright arcade, retro, widescreen arcade, Street Fighters you can play, Mortal Kombat, you can do whatever you want. This machine alone, can handle easily over 20,000 plus games, all in one machine. So any questions, feel free to send us an email, info@mancavearcade.ca. Ultimately, you can check our website at www.mancavearcade.ca. Give us a call toll free, 1-844-9-ARCADE, which is 1-844-927-2233. All right, guys, this is Nate from Man Cave Arcade. Hope this clears everything up. Any questions, feel free to comment, and we'll try our best to answer all your questions. Thanks, guys. Take care.